Alright guys, welcome back. Today we are taking AOS to the next level. If you've been using basic fade up and fade down animation, today we'll learn how to customize, control and optimize AOS like a professional developer. A quick recap. What is AOS? AOS stands for Animate On Scroll. It allows elements to animate automatically when they enter the viewport during scrolling. So let's set up our HTML first. So before that, you are going to put your CDN of your AOS, but we have two CDN, which is the JS and the CSS. So you come to your Google and prompt it for the CDN of AOS, and you come to the first link here and you copy. You can see this, you copy the CSS on, right? So this is it, and you paste the CSS CDN here, all right? So Ctrl S to format it well, right? So now we have our CDN for the CSS right here. Okay, we copy for the JS as well, and we put it close to the script tag, Ctrl S as well to format it, and we have our CSS and JS CDN here. Beautiful. So now let's kindly write the divs. So let's do some divs. Let's just create 3 divs. Okay, we are going to create 3 divs with the class of box. All right, hit enter, and we have our 3 divs with the class of box. So we are going to style this now. Okay, we're using what? The internal styling now. So we give the body a height of what? Of like 200 VH, right? Then we give it I'll just give it a width, but then let's just give it a background color of yeah, let's give it this, and give it a color. Oh no, let's give it like a dark background color, something kind of dark. So you just use the hex value, which is 111, and we have this dark background color here. Now we give the color of white here. Okay, yeah, it's going to be better this way. And finally for the body, we give some padding. So we just give some padding, approximately 50 pixels. It's going to be okay. So now the boxes we have down, we are going to target it and style it. So our box, we give it a width of 200 pixel. We give it a width of 200. We give it a height of 200 as well. Okay, we give it a background color. So the background color that we gave to the body before, that's what we're going to give here. Okay, so this is the background color, and we just give it a margin. So margin, we'll just give the margin here. So the top and bottom of the margin is going to be 100 pixel, and left and right will be 0. Okay, so we keep it clean like this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You can see it side by side. Okay, you can see we have the 3 boxes here. Okay, so we'll come to our JS. So we initialize the JS, the AOS, right? We initialize it by just typing what we call AOS.init. Okay, so Ctrl Z, let's go back. So AOS.init, so it means what? Initialize it with the curly bracket in it, and we put a semicolon. So now we are just going to put our advanced configuration in this. Okay, so we give a duration of what? 1200. We give some easing. So the easing could be ease in, out. Oh sorry, it should be in a curly bracket, double quote. So ease in, out. Once would be true. Okay, I think I should be explaining one immediately. So the duration is trying to say how long the animation lasts in millisecond. The easing controls the animation fuse. Once equals true is the animation happens only once. The mirror false means what? Does not animate again when scrolling back up. Okay, offset 200 is how early the animation starts, and we have delay, which was delays before animation begins. Okay, so here is not going to work yet because we have not written we have not grabbed the elements here and give them the different AOS we want, whether it's the fade in, the fade out, any of them. Okay, so the first one we are going to write the data and AOS here. So we give each and every one of them different AOS. So we have the fade up for the first one. Okay, we give the next one like zoom in, and the last one we could give it maybe flip left. So yes, so this is beautiful. Yet let's check the browser. Refresh the page, and yeah, let's scroll down, flip left. Okay, let's come back here, we'll do it. So flip left comes in, beautiful. Yeah, so this is how it works. So we could even use the advanced data attribute. Instead of doing it in our JS, we could do it directly as a data attribute. That is, it can be directly on the element. Okay, so you can override it per element. So we are going to just do this. We are going to give the data AOS animation, data AOS duration first. Okay, give it like 2000. We could give okay, so let's write the 2000 first. Next could be the delay. So we'll give the delay. So data AOS. Yeah, so we have the data AOS delay. So the delay could be 500. Let's just add one more thing to this, the data AOS offset. So the offset is just going to be 300. We'll just leave it that way. Okay, so only this element is going to have this attribute we gave here. So the fade up, that which is the first box. All right, so let's check. Let's write the 300 and we'll check it on the browser to see how the first one is going to be different from the other styling. So we Ctrl S to format it. So we come back here. Let's refresh. So you can see that the first one has more duration and delay and offset. Okay, so now we could even use the stagger effect with the AOS as well. Okay, so which means the delay, we'll just give the data AOS delay. We could set it to different, maybe this one could be 100 and the remaining ones we could set it to different, maybe 200, 300. We'll just increment everything by 100. Okay, so let's do it for the remaining two. So yeah, we write the data AOS delay, and this first one, this second one will be 200, and this third one will be 300. Okay, so let's check it. So everything will delay differently. So you can see everything delayed differently. All right, so we have the first one, second one. So this one is just manually increasing the delay to create stagger effect. So we can even do advanced example like some portfolio card method by just maybe making everything to be flip up, like fade up. Okay, like the data AOS could just be fade up. So that's it. And yeah, nothing much. Everything is just fade up. Now once we refresh this, everything is just fade up. Nothing much. So this is how the AOS works. Alright, so one more thing we could just touch briefly is the refresh after dynamic content. Okay, so if content loads dynamically, you have to use what we call the AOS dot refresh. Okay, so when to use the AOS? We use AOS when building portfolio, landing page, business website, section-based layout. Okay, so avoid using AOS for complex interactive animation. Use GSAP instead. Okay, so some common mistakes beginners make is forgetting to use the AOS.init, not adding enough page height, overusing heavy animation, conflicting CSS transform. So finally, today we learned advanced AOS configuration, custom durations and delay, offset controls, stagger effect, refreshing animation. AOS is powerful for scroll-based animation when used properly. If this video was helpful, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.